Alright, so it is August 24th, 2021. I'm in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York. 11361, so I guess state of mind is New York. I did my last medical walk. I had my pink umbrella. The valet, Angel, in front of the Lazy Cow restaurant that just opened, he has this big maroon umbrella. For some reason, he put up these Tropicana lights. They go like pink, green, purple, like they blink. I'm like, wow, Broadway, huh? And then he's got Christmas lights. And at first he said Christmas, and I'm like, mm-mm. And I was like, it almost cheapens. Like, this is what they put on you? I was like, you are the valet. You are the man in front of this store. Why would they cheapen you with these Broadway lights and the I don't know, whatever, tropic children. So anyway, so I kept walking. I didn't want to make the man feel bad, but I wanted him to know I stand up for him. I mean, if he wanted to become bronze, he would have to work at it. That's how light this man is in his Hispanic. I don't know if he knows the rest of his Hispanics that don't have to work for their bronze. That is something somewhere big in the world. Oh, that they are keeping from their own, has to work for a bronze. All right, so anyway, in Olympic tanning. All right, so now I kept walking, and I get to the, by the French workshop. There has been a work crew at Citibank, Citibank, and he looks white. He looks like he is a brethren of the Irish community. And from afar. And so now I look at him, and I'm like, the men have all red Milwaukee tools. So I say to the white man, on the outside, I was like, because they have everything blocked off. I go, excuse me. I was like, are they changing the cylinder locks? I'm thinking like to myself, with Milwaukee tools? I mean, Citibank goes with Milwaukee. All right, I'm confused. And he's like, no, where did you see that? And I was like, well, I looked in the window. It looked like they were changing the locks on the bank. And he says, no. They're replacing the ATM. I'm like, what? Replacing the ATM, white guy? At Citibank? So now I walk to the corner with my umbrella, my pink umbrella, and I am like, the devil and the angel sitting on both shoulder, and I'm like, what do I do? I am in the morons of CIA territory. I am KGB. I know you don't want the locks at the Citibank in your zip code post, any state, changed without some form of permission. I don't see the king. I don't see NICKLAUS anywhere. But yet these men are working. And I, being his betrothed, am kept in the dark. These are illegal moves. So I say to myself, because I know banking is SPIC and FDIC, insured. By whom, I don't know. I would have thought the king, but it seems like the children of Earth do really naughty things, and nobody ever kills them. So, they changed the bank key, it looks like they're changing the cylinders. He says the ATM, and I'm like, right. So I voice, like, out loud, I put my finger to my mouth, and I go, I don't think the CIA kids know in America, talking to myself, that the ATM at the bank really should not be changed from the original protector. Does anybody know to check on the ATM? So that happened. Tonight's August 24th, 2021. I'm in Zozi, Z-O-Z-I if we're in alphabet. But it's alphanumeric 2021 in a year, a century, 20, year 21. So then I was like, there's no sounding board. There's no king, because NICKLAUS is he. And I am the one here as prisoner of war where all of that he became king because I am here to fight for my freedom from all the really shitbag, misprogrammed American kids. I mean, he is the whatever beautiful Russian dad fighting for my honor in America around the tropic children that are misbehaving, and then some are behaving like other people told them to, which we say is against the law, and they're like, no, we're Central European, and we're like, no, you're definitely never European, for sure. So that happened, that angered them in the bronze community. They then became the Mediterranean Spanish. I didn't know what else to do. Oh, but apparently that comes in color differences, anywhere between ghee, butter. Oh my god, it became quite a heated argument. Anywho, I'm just one machinist that got in a really bad spot, and then you all made up some really bad arguments and aggravated each other and made everything worse. So, then I go down to Linda needs milk, a gallon of milk. She wants chocolate donuts and popcorn. Fine. But in this day and age, I go to Rite Aide, R-I-T-E-A-I-D-E. The corner store. So I take a bag on my shoulder. I walk my medical walk with my pink umbrella for myself, the last one of the night, because I'm shuffling so badly. It is so painful. I get to Rite Aide. I'm like, all right, now let me think. Chocolate donuts are over there. Popcorn's on the way to get the milk. Right, so I have the bag. And now I'm like, I have an umbrella. I have the bag on my shoulder. I have no hands left for a gallon of milk and for the popcorn. So logistically, although it is not a good visual, I know I am not stealing anything. I am putting the popcorn in the bag to walk to the milk. And as I close the milk door, on the radio to somebody walking around with a walkie-talkie, some security guard made me out to be a criminal and said over open air radio that he saw me put popcorn in my bag. Right. It's the same one I have to unpack at the register because I cannot carry all these things, and I am in medical pain now. If you don't remember, once your people moved into my country, it put some kind of deadlock on, and now I'm losing my leg power. Stupids. Fucking hate Americans. All the way from south to central and up north. So now I go to get Linda donuts. I shuffle like an 80-year-old cheerleader with pom-poms, trying to get myself to get Linda some donuts. I get chocolate donuts, but they're half melted because the store is really hot. I put them in the bag on top of the popcorn. I then shuffle my way over to the line of pedestrians just waiting for checkout. I'm standing underneath the camera, and I'm going to myself secretly. I am speaking to myself, going, oh my god, NICKLAUS, I hope you are watching on security camera me shuffle, because it's real, the pain. But on top of that, did you see the walkie-talkie man? And then, do you know his name? Because I know I was not a criminal until the color that they are moved into the neighborhood. I don't know. I was 5 with Nono in white things, in Italian thing, white things in the neighborhood. We were not treated like criminals. And if he needed the police, he could go speak to them. They did not ignore him or have an attitude with him. It was neighborhood watch. They were friendly back then, unlike now. And then I'm thinking to myself, I also, on a different newscast, entertainment news, ET News, I see, same day that I post the United States map with the three forts that are taking incoming air cargo, air-based planes with people of Maria's descendants rolling moving bags and things onto the cargo airplanes. Excuse me. Like, and they're saying they're moving tens of thousands, 70,000 people they've moved in the last, since August 14th, and it is only August 24th. That is like 10 days, and they have moved 70,000 people. Holy, did you sterilize them before they came in? Like, no children ever. I don't want to do schools, churches, nothing. You make it on the ground, you die here, and we don't have to worry about you. So here we are, and then I see a second plane of bronze people who are on a commercial, like a JetBlue NYPD. They're on some unknown carrier, but it looks like you're JetBlue or an American airline of criminals. And the entire plane is taking a selfie video of all the bronze, black-haired people on the plane. And they're like, yeah, la, 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 whatever the hell they say. And now they have a full plane of commercial grade passengers moving through FAA stupids. And then they have an air cargo plane of their people with suitcases moving more stupids in leadership and world things of dumb fucking and useless at every fucking level. So now I've got both of the airplanes and the cargo routes of human trafficking totally taken over by the dumb fucking and useless. And I say to Linda, as the white lady, I'm like, so Lynn, you know, the nearest Afghan consulate to our house, if I was in good working condition, it would take me maybe a half an hour to walk there. Now, probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But, I mean, if I was doing a power walk and I had all my power, I could get there in half an hour. I did it actually, Michael Zapp, when he lived in Little Neck. So that building is the nearest Afghan consulate. So now I said, Linda, I was like, they're going to be stopping in New Jersey and letting off all of the shitbag kids that are not like my son and that are hurting me medically and took all the money, the education, and my entire life, future. And they're going to be dropping them off in New Jersey. And then it's just a quick rental, the bus ride, Greyhound, or whatever, straight north, right, to their nearest friendly consulate that they opened right in my backyard. Oh, lucky me. Isn't there some kind of world law that they were not allowed to open so close to me? Because it was supposed to be a communication facility. Why is it turned into like a air traffic controller and like calling over all the shitbags that should have died in the other lands, but now they're on their way here and they're killing my people? Do you know, I also saw today, walking one of my walks with the black and green umbrella, there was one white guy my dad's age, and there were like 5 bronze color non-family members to his one white dad-ass. And he could not, he was having, like me, trouble with his legs and getting out of the vehicle. And they were all around him, like helping him. I'm like, what, so you wait until he dies and then you take everything the man's got? Like his money, his house, his car, his wallet, I mean his social security number, his checks, his identity, his entire life. I mean, like, is anybody tracking these people? I'm just curious. All area dumb, fucking, and useless. Grandparents to parents to now your new children. I don't know, real fucking joy to have to try to train in, like, the middle of this takeover that, like, nobody prepared for. Right, so that happened. So I'm like, so Lynn, so, letting you know, they're coming to Jersey. There's some fort there letting their airplane off, although JFK and LaGuardia has done a really bang-up job with moving the crappers in. I was like, and their registration areas right here in Little Neck. I was like, now, I said to her, I'm like, now, do I have to go register with their place? Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would I register with their consulate? Because on the news it says go to the nearest U.S. consulate. I'm like, right, but there are no U.S. consulates. There's only the Afghan consulate in the Bayside area and Little Neck area. So that doesn't make sense. I'm in the United States. Where is the nearest United States something when you're born here? All area dumb, fucking useless. Do they have like a concierge service they could come and like help someone out maybe once in her life? Since all the shitbag kids in the local area seem to know between their parents and all of their obnoxious political like groups, they've all been running into the ground their entire careers. I mean, it's like a no-win in New York. So, like, how do I get to a U.S. consulate when they don't exist? There's only, like, an Afghan one that's close. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cataruzza. Because they also said on the news that they called everybody who registered with the U.S. consulate. And I'm like, again, more lies, because there's no U.S. consulate for Americans. Not in anything close to the only place that matters. There's not even a Russian consulate over here. Just curious where to go. Because it's not like they got a big sign out. Like, Chase does a better job at branding and marketing and advertising where to go and for what reason than the goddamn State Department and the Federal Department and the U.S. Department of anything important. I'm one fucking person. You know that I'm already important, and you know I'm already in trouble, and you couldn't get off your fucking fat ass or high horse, fucking help me out, you fucking assholes? Just curious.